take a moment also to just settle into whatever your seat you're on. You could even lie down, that would be fine. And also like to do this when I need a moment to come home to myself. I cross my arms and do this is called havening and just soothe myself. There, there. Remember when someone would say that to you when you were a kid? There, there. So take a moment and just feel that sensory experience of hands brushing down the arms, the texture of your skin, the temperature. And then you can wrap your arms further and you can give yourself a big hug or whatever it is you're facing, going through, looking at, wondering about. Give your wise little one a big hug. And then you can shake again. Okay. So this came through, which really felt a little bit like a channel for this full moon portal, let's call it. Two phrases have been coming to mind as I prepared for tonight, and they may not make any sense to you in this moment, and they may not resonate. So as always, take what feels true for you and leave the rest. And something that I'm adding this in, but something that gets talked about in some of the coaching spaces I'm in is it's really about the feeling. It's not about your intellectual mind. So if you can, that's why we did that sensory experience. If you can just relax as fully as possible and just let the words wash over you. It's not about the words, it's about the feeling. All right, so take what feels true, leave the rest. The first phrase that's been coming to me over the last couple of days is, you have to work out your own liberation. You have to work out, or you are responsible for your own liberation. That is something that my meditation teacher says. My teacher is across the veil, but when you listen to recordings of him, that is what he says over and over, many times during the silent courses that I've taken with him. And I think it's coming through now because this kind of situation or loss or anything that comes with anguish and intensity and a lot of charge, as Mama Gina would call it, things that are charged up and make your nervous system ratcheted up. So I learned something in this 3 months about working out my own liberation and working out my own charge rather than projecting the fear, the anger, the volatility, particularly onto my ex-partner, but also onto anybody else that might be in the way. Just going to spotlight myself for a second here for the recording. When you are able to do that, so many of you know this, I'm not teaching you anything you don't already know. I'm not sharing anything you don't already know, but when you're able to hold that space for yourself and not project all of the wildness and the feelings and everything that's coming up, a huge space opens. And that's what's been happening for me. And that's why I love the word portal and calling these things portals. So there was a time in my life, maybe even a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I would not have weathered this storm very well, I don't think. Maybe not. But I would not have weathered it as well, maybe, as I have more recently. And that's due to my own, working on my own liberation. That's due to everybody that's sitting here in this space with me, whether we have a very, small connection and we've only met a few times, or whether I've worked with you and been on retreats with you, or we've shared really intimate conversations. Every one of you has helped me grow and helped me become the person that I am. So the other phrase, so that's working out your own liberation. That just is resonant for me. Take it or leave it. It's something that Goenka, S.N. Goenka, he's the founder of, or the teacher of Vipassana meditation. The other phrase that keeps coming up, and I know there's some sister goddesses in the room and you'll know this and hear this a lot, that is, what else is possible? What else is possible? So in every single moment, you could ask that question. And I'm putting those two things together so that we can connect the idea of liberating ourselves, whatever that means to you. When I hear Goenka say it and I'm in a 10-day silent meditation, it's like a massive portal opens. And I'm like, he's talking about karma. He's talking about lives upon but it can mean something very different to you. And to me, it really meant this piece around like owning my own shit and working through my own charge and not bringing it out into the world or not projecting it onto other people. So putting these two things together, what else is possible? Working out your own stuff, your own liberation. And I feel like that space that opens, I'm paraphrasing now from my own thing here. The liberation and opening up a space is a link for me anyway. It's been a link to an understanding that is really, really, really simple. And it's the understanding that I work with now all the time myself, that I'm trying to live, not just working with it, I'm trying to live it. And I'm trying to give it to my clients, and I'm trying to have powerful conversations with women around this and open spaces that are powerful for women around this. And that is that fresh thinking and insight, i.e. a new way of responding to the world, is always possible. What else is possible? That is always possible in every moment, in every situation you're in, no matter how dark, no matter how desperate you feel. And I can say that now with confidence because there were so many dark days and so much, not so much, but a bit of time where I felt victimized or desperate in this situation. So let's step into this exploration tonight together. And if anyone wants to share anything, the last thing I want to say is that when we step into this understanding that anything is possible or what else is possible, you can use that phrase, like if something's really intense for you, if you can check in, pause and go, okay, what else is possible here? Anything else is possible. So if we step into that understanding that anything is possible, or we live that understanding that anything is possible, our capacity is fucking enormous. I'm going to swear. Sorry about that. Our capacity is fucking massive, and there is no ceiling. You might not believe me, but I just find this to be truer and truer. Like, I'll share this story later, but the way this space came to be, the way this apartment came to be in my life is like, what? And the fact that some other factors that are involved in me being in this apartment are like, what? Like unbelievably magical. So, and some of you know that story. So anyway, let's step into that together. And then this is a full moon in Aquarius. Again, I don't know much about astrology, but I do know that Aquarians are visionaries. It's the sign of vision and possibility and transformation. All right. Get really comfortable. You could also lie down. You could also do your Shavasana. What else is possible? Get very, very comfortable. Yeah, relax into whatever posture you've taken. You can lift your shoulders towards your ears if you're seated, and you can sigh them down on a big breath. Yeah. Do that a few more times. Breathe in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Once more. Let your shoulders relax down your back. Let yourself come to land in your seat or on the floor in your body. Take a moment just to drop your awareness down to how you're in contact with this earth, how you're resting and supported by this earth. That's always steady, always there, always abundant and providing for us. That's our mother that Christine mentioned. If you like and it feels soothing to you tonight, you can place one hand over your heart and you can put the other hand over your belly. You're welcome to close your eyes or just relax your gaze, keeping the lids soft and sleepy so that your attention is inside. And notice the next breath that comes. Feel the waves of breath under your hands. Find that home in yourself through your breath. Whatever the breath is doing in this moment, whether it's short or long, full or constricted or shallow. Let it be right. Let yourself be right. And let yourself be just as you are. I always use or borrow the phrase, let the soft animal of your body love what it loves, from a Mary Oliver poem. I think that is the way of the feminine as well, letting the soft animal of our bodies love what she loves. So take a few more moments here to just feel that loving, soothing breath rising and falling within you. And you're welcome to release your hands at any time, resting your arms on the floor or on your legs, in your lap, palms up or palms down, up to you. But continue to feel your breath, like the waves of Mother Ocean rising and falling inside of you. And you don't have to do anything to make those waves happen. They just happen. Just like you don't have to beat your own heart and you don't have to digest your own food. This miracle, soft animal body does all of that for us. Soften and surrender into that. And as you continue to breathe here, just notice any tension, any areas of the body that are talking to you, any tightness, any constriction. And we're not going to do anything about it. We're not going to fix it or change it. We're just going to bring our awareness there, the power of our awareness, and notice what the sensation is, what the feeling is. Just allow your mind to rest, your awareness to rest. So it might be a stiff shoulder, it might be a tense jaw, it might be a little pain in your belly, whatever it happens to be. Take a moment and rest and breathe. And know that everything changes, everything shifts. Everything comes and goes just like the breath. And each new breath is an opportunity to ask yourself that question, what else is possible? What's available to me? What do I want? What feels true for me? And you don't have to answer any of those questions right now. Just let the question live in you. Let your soft animal body be. Let yourself breathe. And if you like, you can move your awareness to a different area of the body, noticing sensation noticing anything you notice on another part of the body, not making anything wrong or right, not fixing or changing, just letting yourself be in gentle awareness of what you notice, and continue to drop into the floor, into your body, continue to rest here. See if you can relax even by 1% more and soften by 1% more into yourself. And I'm just going to use these words. You can use any words that resonate for you. Divine Spirit within me, lead me to my highest good on this full moon and the highest good of all those that I encounter, love, and serve. Divine Spirit within me, move my words and my thoughts and my body and my emotions in the direction of my highest good. And let me be moved. And since you all came this evening to bless me and my space and my new chapter, take a moment to acknowledge all the blessings and the ways that you are blessed by those that love and support you in your life. You might feel it. It's always nice to feel what a blessing, what goodness feels like in our bodies. Feel the blessing of the moon and the stars. I'm hearing the blessing of the crickets just beginning to sing outside the window. The blessing of all the gifts on this earth that are here for us. The blessing that we are the earth. And whenever you like, you can take your hands back on your body. They can rest on your heart, or maybe one on the heart, one on the belly, whatever feels good for you. And take some soft, deep, easy breaths here. And feel that blessing of your breath, that blessing of each new breath. What else is possible? The simplest way to work out your own liberation is just to be present with the next breath, and the next breath, and the next breath. Feel free to begin to deepen the breath. Take a deep breath, and when you're ready, you can let it out on a big sigh. And I just want to thank all of you so much. Thank you, everyone that came. Thank you to new friends and old friends. Thank you for all of the support because it's been beyond, including tonight. And I know it'll continue, and I know it continues for all of you. I'm always here for you. The women in the circle are here for you. And we'll come back together. I'll share more in the future about how we can do that. But I'm just so grateful. Grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Thank you for being in my circle. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Love you.